Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Ralph Fernandez, your veteran agent. I'm with my beautiful wife, April.
Hi,
Hey,
everyone.
so she's downstairs. I'm upstairs. That way we don't uh, make too much echo sounds. We tried it earlier. It was pretty bad. So here we are. Well, what a crazy week. Wow. Texas was completely unprepared for just everything. We went, what, about 4 days, 3 or 4 days without power.
Yeah, it was terrible. I mean, below freezing temps, three little kids to take care of, two in diapers. I mean, it took everything and all our energy just to keep us and them warm and to even provide food, believe it or not. So it's been extremely rough, but praise Jesus, the power's on now. We never lost water, so we're one of those fortunate ones. But you were out there freezing, trying to grill some burgers the first night.
Yeah, it
But
was tough. We were, man, we were fortunate that we had our neighbor. Hi man, if you're watching, much love, appreciate you. Man, he was able to give us lend us a spare generator, provided power which we needed to get through. And man, we lost all our food, our
yeah,
fridge. We lost about $300 worth of food because we had just ordered groceries like a couple of days before the
and
blackout, and we just
we had put it in the snow, thinking, oh, it'll last. But then the next day, it got into the 40s, so it thawed, and then it snowed again the next day, but it just wasn't enough to keep the food going. So we
oh
lost
no,
so much
we
food.
lost everything. I spent like 3 or 4 hours meal prepping all that food, and we lost it all. Oh
Yeah,
man, that was a lot of stuff to get wasted. But you know what? I was just glad we got power up and running and going back to some sort of a normal life again.
yeah,
and
yeah.
um, so
I've
we're still
never stopped.
recovering. Oh, I know. It was a lot, but thank God it's done. Right. Okay. So, today we were going to go over 8 side hustles that you can create from home, whether have an extra, whether you have a full-time job, whether you're a full-time parent, it doesn't matter. There's no excuses. The key to being uh, I want to say rich or a millionaire, whatever you want to say, whatever fancy terms you want to use, an entrepreneur. The key is to create as many cash stream revenues as possible. Now, we've tried so many different things and failed at so many different things. Yes, we have failed a lot. We wasted a lot of money in certain things, but
Yeah,
we kind of narrowed it down to things that are manageable, that are consistent and easy to produce. Uh, and it cash flows kind of, if you don't know what cash flow is something that you're able to generate revenue from without having to do anything. All right, you just sit back, pretty much collect a check. If there's anything you do have to do, it's not much. All right. So we want to talk about 8 ways. Eight, 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 eight. There you go. Eight,
yeah,
eight ways 8 ways to create cash flow to generate revenue. That way you can, leave that regular 9 to 5 job. Um, the first one is my favorite. It's affiliate marketing. Now, what affiliate marketing is, I mean, there's just different ways to do it, but what it is basically is you're trying out a product and you're sharing your experiences with that product. That's you see all these people on YouTube unwrapping boxes, testing them out. In the
mhm,
bio, they have a link to that product where you can buy it from. But you don't have to be a YouTube big on YouTube to get started. That's just one way. One another way to do the exact same thing for affiliate marketing is what I actually like. It's very easy to produce the content. April has gotten really good at it. You want to talk about it?
TikTok. TikTok
Yeah.
is huge right now, and let's see if I can pull it up. So, COVID and everything, I was like, what can I do? And something I enjoy doing. I mean, I love Amazon. I love Amazon Prime. I mean, we get boxes all the time. Not recently because of the weather, but I'm trying to cut back. But I'm like, what can I do to show people things that I found useful and didn't find useful? So I created these little videos, 30-second videos about our items on Amazon. Some of them are actually really cool. And my first video, very first one I did, at this point it has 570,000 views, and it has over 100,000 hearts. And some people actually did buy the product. And then for some, I don't know how I stumbled upon this, but then they were like, well, if you use Amazon, they have the new Amazon influencer program, which is what you can use to get the links to send for your program. And it's real life, you guys. So you're going to hear my kids in the background. So just FYI.
Yeah,
so
it's just real people.
So, little girls ages 1.5 to 7 years old. They actually yeah, so it's something like that, and then you're able to put the link in there. People can click on it. One person's like, "Oh, I just bought it," so it's really cool. It's commission based. So depending on the product and how much it is, you kind of get a little bit of commission off of that. Some people do really well doing this. I'm just starting out, so I mean, you may get a few bucks here or there, but if you're consistent with it, I'm not very consistent. That's one of my issues. But if you're consistent with it, it can make you some decent cash flow. So I'm starting.
And the cool thing is that once you do it, whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on TikTok, once you do it, you just gotta do it that one time and then just leave it on there and let it grow.
Exactly.
And that's why it becomes cash flow, because you're not doing anything to it. All right, it just sits there and you're able to collect the cash, and that's one. That's the first way. Affiliate marketing. I love affiliate marketing. There's many other ways to do it, but affiliate marketing is definitely one. Oh my God, there's just a ton of different ways to do affiliate marketing. Those are just some of the ways. So to create cash flow. Number 2 is something I've been getting into this year. It's becoming a service broker. Now, what is a service broker? A service broker is you market a trade, which is, it could be fence, you need a fence repair, plumbing issues. What else is out there going on? I mean, there's just different types. Now, you have to be specific when you're doing this. Like, if you want to target just people who need fences, you just picture the fences. Anybody need a fence repair? All right. You create a clientele now, and you book the appointment. Now, once you book the appointment for the client, the next step is to hire an independent contractor. So if you happen to know a buddy or a friend or an uncle or somebody who is an independent contractor, you would send them out to a client that you just secured. They'll get the estimates to perform the job, to perform everything. You get paid first, and upon completion of the job, you collect your share and you pay the contractor. So that's what a service broker is. And there's different ways to do it and set it up, but it's pretty simple as far as the gist of it, the outline of it. And you don't need to be a plumber. You don't have to have special skills in that trade. Your job as a service broker is to produce the clients and set the appointments and hire the independent contractor to do the work. Now, make sure I
found that, right? Didn't I find that?
You found that a while. She found it a while back, but she didn't know how it really worked. And
well, I sent it to you because I was like, "Oh, he'll know how to do this." Here you go, Ralph. Look it up.
Yeah. If you're really good at creating Facebook ads, and I don't mean just Facebook ads as in like the ones they have it on Facebook, and then you do the little, the tutorial walkthrough, and you do it. No, I'm talking about like the actual follow-up creating systems, the CRMs and the bot systems to follow. But that's really cool. That's how you create clients, and you follow up with them in order for it to be continuous. Now, in order for that to be a cash flow, you need to be able to hire a virtual assistant, someone that who once you capture their information, like your systems, Facebook ads capture their information, you hire a virtual assistant who calls them, sets the appointments, and then hires the independent contractors who are willing to take the job. And then that's cash flow. You're creating a business, and that's a small one, but it's very lucrative if you do it correctly, keyword correctly. Okay, so Number three. Number three is create a master class.
That's
Uh,
all you.
so if there's something that you are proficient in, let's say how to create, I don't know, how to make a, during COVID, everybody was trying to make those what do we call it, those squat benches, the
Oh,
power cages. They were trying to make the power cages, or like they were trying to, or man, I knew people who were trying to make different things, but whatever the trade is, how to make something, how to do something, then you can actually create a class on either Udemy, on your personal website, Skillshare, and you leave it on there. You're creating a master class to do whatever that trade is, whatever you're proficient in. You leave it on there. You update it as needed, but while it's up there, people are paying for that class, and there are some dumb stuff on Udemy, but people are paying for it. How to walk a dog correctly, all kinds of stuff. There are
yeah.
some dumb, and people are paying for this. I can't believe it. But yeah, I
There's
paid for some.
something for everybody. There's something for
Yes,
everybody. You know what I mean? So you never know.
I've actually paid for some classes on Udemy in the past too, so I know it works.
Yeah.
I know it works, and I am in the middle of building my own class, two of them for Udemy. Because once you have it out there, guys, once it's there, you just leave it there, update it as needed, and it just collects revenue. So now, you're building up another stream of revenue. Number 4 is on April, which is ebooks.
Ha! Okay, ebooks. This is something I had looked into a while ago, actually. And you can create ebooks with different platforms, but the one that I had learned about and studied on was something called KDP, which is Amazon, because I love Amazon Kindle Direct Platform. And it's a cool thing because not only you have to write a book. It doesn't have to be anything crazy or long or fancy. I mean,
kids books.
Yeah, kids books.
Kids
yeah,
books.
I have kids. So me and Ellie, our oldest, she's 7. She thinks of ideas, so we write down, and we actually have some pretty good, like, little short stories. So I looked up how can you publish them, how can you illustrate them. So Fiverr.com is something that you can use to illustrate your book. You don't have to, but it just kind of fills in the spaces. You can also use it for the cover, which is more important because when you're going to do ebooks, what grabs people's attention is pretty much the cover of the book. That's the first thing they're going to see. So they're going to determine, oh, this looks interesting based off of the picture. Fiverr.com is awesome. I've used it before. You can get logos, the illustrations, all kinds of stuff. And it's very cheap, very affordable. So for like a children's book, I mean, you can get somebody to illustrate and do the cover art for $50, less even, if you work with somebody newer on there. So there's that. And then the books, if also in that one platform, KDP, not only can you have ebooks, but it can also transfer into an actual hard copy. And if somebody chooses to buy your book hard copy, it can be hardcover or, the thin cover. So they give you those options. Right now, the Amazon KDP is responsible for 85% of the ebooks out there in the world. So, I mean, it's a huge, huge platform that anybody can get into. The way it works is that you get up to 70% royalties on your books. So, I mean, they are taking a piece of the pie, but they're doing all the work for you. They're managing sales, things like that. So, I mean, it's something to get started with, and it's cash flow. You can have a little bit of extra money coming in. And again, some people have made a lot of money doing this just by writing little books. And it's something you can do on the side. I'm a full-time nurse and realtor and mom and pregnant. We're literally about to have this baby any day now. So it's hard. It can be hard to manage, but if you got a few minutes here and there, just try to throw it together and work on it. But that is a really good side hustle. There is writing ebooks.
And you don't even have to write the books yourself. So you can actually hire somebody to write the book for you. You just give them an idea of what you kind of want. They'll write the books for you. And
it's called ghostwriting. It's called ghostwriting. You can have somebody ghostwrite your book. which people do a lot. So you don't have to be an expert. You just pay somebody. Again, you can do it for $100 or less.
What is the website that
But
we were looking into? The website.
ghostwriting, they can do ghostwriting there as well. There's other websites. There's another one, 99 something. I gotta look it up. But there's another website too, and yeah, people will ghostwrite for you. You just have to make sure that you send them like a contract that you own the rights to everything that they're gonna write for you. So they sign it, you agree to it. That way you have it in paper, and they can't say, "Oh, this is my work," because they're working for you. It's like a contract type of thing. So yeah, ghostwriting is a big one. So if you don't have any ideas, that's an option as well to implement. So yeah, there's so many ways to accomplish these things, you guys.
Yeah. So okay, that's number 4. Number 5 is one that April recently found out about.
Yeah.
Which is rent your car, rent your. Now, there are certain criteria that you need. You can go to the website to see them. I think some of them are you need to have. It needs to be legally registered in your state. It has to have no more than 12 years old. Must meet insurance policies that they have, and less than $130,000. Less than 130,000 miles on the car. There are other things to look into. So, say you go to Turo.com, you're gonna register your vehicle. You're gonna go through their process, and they're gonna screen you to make sure that your car meets their criteria. You can go to somewhere called sharedlytics.co, which is where you can actually look at the cars that are renting at the highest amount, and in your city. So that's just a way for you to make sure that your car is you're getting the best value for your car. If you this is great if your car is paid off, because when your car is paid off, you have a little bit of, you don't have so much overhead, and so you're going to collect a bigger piece of the pie. Now, if your car is not fully paid off, the problem that comes up is if your insurance company will cover it. Another problem that comes up if your car's not paid off is if the person or the company that provided you the loan for a vehicle, is possible for them to call the note. So you have to be careful. From the people that I've been learning from, what they do, if they have an extra car, or they'll buy a car cash to limit their overhead, and limit their any problems that may arise. So there are different places you can go. Biggerpockets.com is actually a great place where I've learned from other people. I want to learn from other people's mistakes. I think it's a great way to learn is from other people's mistakes. And there's so much that goes into it. As far as the insurances are concerned, because you want to make sure that your car is going to be covered in case the car is in an accident or anything happens. You want to get paid also. So if you decide to go that route, be sure to do your research on it, because there's just a lot that kind of goes into it.
Yeah.
All right, so that's number, where we at? That's number 5. Number 6. Number 6 is rent out your spare bedroom. I did this when I was younger. And it's just a good way to create extra cash. And in my experiences, it's so much easier to rent out to somebody you know rather than somebody you don't know.
Yeah.
Right? And so because especially if you have kids, all right, because you don't want something like.
You gotta be careful, you guys. This tends to work more for single people or like a couple with no kids, because you got kids. It's like, okay, where are my kids?
Yeah.
So they're all over the place. You don't want to bother them. All kinds of things come into your mind. So I mean, it is not somebody you trust. If it's somebody you trust and know, then yeah, I mean, renting out a room is definitely a good way to generate some income.
When I was younger, I rented out. I had a 3-bedroom house. I rented out one of them, and at the time, my mortgage at that place was, I think it was like $1,000, and I was renting out that spare bedroom for $500. Yeah. So they're paying for half my mortgage right there. Not too bad. You know what I mean? So just a way. Like, again, I wouldn't do this with somebody I wouldn't know. Me personally, I was just like a friend or a family, but be firm, like be like clear in the beginning. Be like, look, I can help you out. You can stay in the bedroom for $500. If that works for you, cool. All right. But if not, deuces, kick rocks. Be firm. Be be consistent. My family knows how I am. All right. So if I say something, they're like, okay, he's serious. I don't change for nobody. Everyone knows that. I don't change for nobody. F that. I don't need to. I'm married already. Who do I got to impress?
Yeah.
Exactly. Number 8. I'm sorry, number 7. Sorry, number 7. Number 7 on the list is sell images. Now, if you have an iPhone, one of the new ones, especially, you have no excuses. You have no excuses. You can create some crazy videos or some crazy, like really high contrast images, and you can put them on iStock, Shutterstock, and sell them. I know they sell because I have bought from those sites before.
Yeah, you bought a lot. And I'm like, why aren't you doing this?
I have bought from. I know this. Okay, so like some images that are that sell high, or if you live in a city like San Antonio, Austin, Houston, it's one of the bigger cities, New York, wherever you're at, drone footage and video images of above the ceiling of the city, those sell really high, and you can actually put a premium price on them for, like, we'll say, to download the video, $20. To download the picture, I think it's like $5. And so
I have a question.
Yeah.
Would that work if, like, we don't have a drone, right? So, but we know somebody, we know a photographer. Can we pay him?
Okay, go. You know what? Yes, that works. You can do that.
That right?
Okay, so yeah, you're right. Okay, so before you do that, you have to make sure that they sign a contract stating that they have no copyright to those images. Because if you're for you realtors out there, quick question: when you pay somebody to take those videos and images of the houses, who owns the copyrights? You, the one who paid for him, or the one who took the pictures?
I'm a realtor and I don't even know that. I don't know.
The photographer has the copyrights to him, not you, even though you used him. So you have to have a separate a piece of paper, and it just be very specific, like you, his name, his name. We'll say April Munoz relinquishes all rights to copyrights to the video images regarding the imagery. You can put like a name on it and the photo, whatever it is, and they relinquish all copyrights to it. That way, you have full ownership of them, and they can't be like, "Oh, I took that." No, it's like, no, dude, you right here, you signed. You said, "No, I'm the one who has copyrights to it, not you."
Just like the ghostwriting with the books, it makes sense.
Just like the ghostwriting with the book. So that's very important. And so, okay, what was that? That was number 7. Sell images. All right, number 8. Number 8 is, let me put it up here. Is actually my favorite. Is rental properties. Now, I have talked about this in the past, and about rental properties. There's so many different ways to get started in rental properties. Now, for you veterans out there, shout out to my veterans out there. What's going on, everybody? If you're in the Marines, hey, what's going on, my brothers and sisters? What's going on? Yeah, much love. If you're in the Air Force, thanks for the ride. If you're in the Navy, thanks for the food. If you're in the Army, thanks for picking up our stuff after we left.
Which is the ones? Aren't you guys the ones that they say they give crayons to or something?
Oh yeah, they give us the crowns, and so we can show. They give us the crowns so we can show them how to do the dang thing. So, anyways, so if you are in the military or you know somebody who's in the military, I actually gave this book out last week. I'm still waiting for the books to arrive so I can send them out. But if
they're delayed because of our winter blizzard we had.
Like if you're a civilian, we'll kind of get into that. But I'm talking to my veterans out there. All right. So it's called, all right, Military House Hacking. It's a book by military for military. Great book. I'm going to give you an example of how to get started in rental properties with $0. Now, there's different ways, right? But I'm going to give you an example, like one example. Okay. So the guy who wrote the book, he was in the military. What he did was use a VA loan to purchase I think it was a 3-bedroom house. He lived in one of them, rented out the other 2 bedrooms. And if you ever been in the military, you know how the turnover is. It's pretty high. Okay, so he lived in one of the rooms, rented out the other 2 rooms, and he did not spend that extra cash flow he was getting. What he did actually was he got the revenue from the two people living with them, like they were friends, and he put it into paying down the principal of the house while he was still paying the mortgage. Now, if you do this for the first year consistently, you're paying down 20% of the 20% of the home. He ended up refinancing the loan, dropping down the mortgage after the first year by a significant amount. Okay, and then he converted it to a conventional loan. And the reason why he dropped it down 20%, and that's the key number, 20%, is because what he ended up doing was once he refinanced a conventional, since there was a 20% drop in the loan, he didn't have to pay for the PMI. Oh, snap, right? Yeah, I know. And then he bought another property and did it again and then again and again.
Yeah.
And I know, right?
Pretty cool.
All right. So
yeah,
that was.
He just gave me that book to read too, so I have to read up on that.
Yeah, so the number 8 was rental properties. There are different ways to do it. All right, there are different ways to do it. That was just a way to do it. Okay, it was pretty cool. Now, for you individuals out there who are not veterans out there, thank you for your support. And enjoying the show, especially because we're trying to give as much knowledge as we can to everybody, just to make your life a little bit easier. So
these are things that we've tried, failed, succeeded, are still working on. So it's, if we can share that knowledge and help you in any way to avoid mistakes, then that's a good thing.
I know, right? So, okay, so the next one was what was rental properties, right? So that was for veterans. So if you're not a veteran, look, this is what people don't know is that you can actually buy you can actually buy 4 properties, and that's considered only one. That's still considered a residential property. Anything above 4, 5 or more is considered commercial. So you can actually buy a 4-bedroom complex, still use the FHA loan, conventional loan, and live in one of the properties. This is great for people who have, if it's just you, if it's just married couple, or maybe you have one kid. If you have a bunch of kids like us running around, it's tough.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Why are we gonna have 4? What were we thinking?
This is the advice I give people, and this is typically followed by, "I wish I knew this when I was younger."
Yeah.
So you can actually buy, dualplex, quadplex, whatever you want to buy, anything 4 or less, and you live in one of the properties. And the cool part is, you can actually have the other units. Let's say you live in 1 and 3 or rentals. You can have those 3 units and use them as rental income on your debt to income ratio whenever you're doing your loan. Oh snap, right? So that's the way. If you want to know more about that, we can talk in person. But those are just a couple of things you can do. There's so many different real estates. There's so much of real estate. There's no way I can talk about it all. But those. All right. So where we go? All right, let's recap real quick. You got affiliate marketing, number 1.
Yep.
All right. Number 2, you got service broker. Number 3, create a masterclass. Number 4, ebooks. 5, rent out your extra car. 6, rent out your spare bedroom. Number 7, sell images. And number 8 is rental properties. Cool. So now you have no excuses not to be rich.
Hey, we're still working on it.
Yeah. This is a process. It takes time. It takes a process. But you know what? You just got to start it. Right? You just got to. You just whether you choose one day out of the week to work on this, one day another day out of the week to work on something else. Start at one or two, and then kind of go from there. And the cool part is that each one of these, all 8 of these that we kind of talked about, is once you establish them, like the ebooks and the affiliate marketing, the service broker, all of these, you just let it sit and create cash flow for yourself. All right. Yeah. So that's the cool part about every one of these is that you just, once it's there, it's there. All right. Yeah. Now, if you're going to do all this, I definitely recommend you create a plan for yourself, because my wife right there, she's so beautiful, right? But she is the worst procrastinator I've ever met.
Oh my God, I know. And Ralph is so ambitious and like, okay, let's do this. And I'm just like, oh, I'm tired. I had to do this. I'm just like most people. And Ralph's just like,
so you have to create a schedule for yourself to do these. Otherwise, you're never gonna do it. You're never gonna.
If it wasn't for him, I don't know where I'd be. I don't know. He's so consistent, and that's the key to all this. You have to be consistent, and he pushes me, and I'm like, gosh, dang it, Ralph, but you're right, type of thing, you know. But consistency is key in anything that you do, and I'm still working on that. So, yeah, thank you for being with me, Ralph.
Oh man, she's so bad. I'm like,
but I'm pregnant, but I got the kid. I know from work. I'm tired. See, y'all not alone. I'm that person. I'm the one that's like, man, I need a literal fire under my ass, because thank God Ralph he's a flame. He's still trying to build that big fire under me, but it's working.
Oh man, that's helpful. And we got kids too, so you got no excuses. We got 3 kids, 1 on the way.
Yeah, I'm huge, you guys. I've got like a few days, maybe a week, and another baby.
And that's another thing I like about most of these that we talked about. They're you can do it just on your spare time. The ones that may take a little bit longer are the rental properties, and creating the service broker. Those 2 are they're a little bit more time consuming and may require you to do a little bit more research to get them started and up and running. But the other ones are, they're pretty freaking easy, guys.
But when you choose, I mean, you still have to do your research and educate yourself. You know what I mean? And there's no get rich quick scheme. Like, you've actually got to do the work. Whether you delegate it out. I mean, you got to get those somewhere.
I hate those get rich quick schemes. They're not okay. So
I've almost fallen for a few. I'm one of those people like, oh, I just press a button and I'm gonna be rich.
She's so gullible. Oh no, let me explain how gullible she is. We got one of those messages from the IRS. Have you gotten those yet? She got one of those from the IRS stating that, like, if you don't pay a certain amount of time, something, and she goes to me and like,
you're gonna go to jail or something, or you're gonna get fined. I was like, Ralph, we're gonna go to jail. What's going on? He's like, April's not real. I'm like, but look at it. I'm
like, April, it's a scam.
I'm like, how do you know?
Like, are you serious right now? It's so gullible. All right. So So those are 8 ways. Now, tips to get you started. Okay. There's tips to get you started. Number 1, you have to create a schedule for yourself, because I've said it before. I've said it again. If it's not on your schedule, it doesn't exist. So you have to create a schedule for yourself. And it starts by just putting a plan in place, because a goal without a plan is just a dream. So it ain't never gonna happen unless you put pen and paper and you say, this is what I got to do.
Yeah, no, and see, me, I'm the person, like, it's all in my head, and then I don't write it down, so I don't get anything done. But Ralph, like, when he says schedule, he means literal, like his calendar. From the moment he wakes up, from the time he goes to bed, every hour there is something there, whether it's get up, go to the gym, feed the girls, work on videos. I mean, so time blocking is a huge thing. Like, he time blocks, like, we're going to make videos here. I've got to capture some footage here. Okay, it's time to eat. Let's eat here. I swear he even has in there when he has to use the bathroom. It's like, okay, it's time to use the bathroom right here. So it's like he's serious, you guys. Like when
It
he
just
needs more
practice.
time.
Yeah, it just
I
takes
mean, I should probably bring the calendar and show you guys. Like we use our phones, but everything is filled up, and I'm like, oh my god.
Okay, so that's number one, time blocking. Number two, especially if you have multiple streams of income, is that you have to have a way to capture the information. So a P&L statement, a profit and loss statement, and that's so you know where money is coming from. You can keep up with it when it comes tax time, and so on. If you have Excel, you can actually get a free P&L template, which is free, and you can just kind of add it. You add stuff to it. You can change some things. You can make it more catered to you. Hi, Noah. It's Daddy. So creating a profit and loss statement. You have to create a profit and loss statement to keep up with all your streams of revenue. Otherwise, you're going to be completely overwhelmed come tax season, and whoever does your taxes is going to charge you an arm and a leg. So that's number two. Number three, guys, is honestly it's probably the hardest thing for most people is consistency. Consistency is definitely hard to do because I don't know. Everybody kind of makes excuses. I don't know.
He tells me all the time. That's just an excuse, April. And I'm like, most are excuses. It's true. There's a small percent that's legitimate.
Okay, and that kind of goes into the next one, which is mindset. Let me explain something about mindset, especially with my wife. Okay, I don't know why. I don't know why, but she has insomnia, right? She's supposed to read a book for a class or something like that, and she knows she has to get it done. She doesn't. I hardly see her sleep, but she has to do something like read a book. I'll leave the room, come back, she's asleep. I'm like, what the hell? Or she'll,
okay,
or hold on. Or no. Oh, or let's say she has to do the dishes. She'll do everything else but the dishes. It's the worst thing. She'll do everything else. The laundry, she'll clean the baseboards, she'll do everything else, but she won't do the dishes.
I don't know why I'm like that. It's like, okay, first of all, yeah, I had insomnia and I've had for most of my life, but it's like, I don't get it. Like, you're so tired during the day, right? And it's like the moment you like have to do something, it's like, oh, I gotta read a book for school, or I gotta learn this. It's like, oh, I'm gonna take a nap. But then at night, it's like you lay down and you can't sleep, and you're just like, oh, get it. I don't know. I have a lot of excuses. I apologize. I had to change my mindset. I'm still working on it.
Yeah. So the next one is when it comes, it still kind of falls under mindset, is you still have to be consistently learning, be learning based. If you don't know where to start, I started with Rich Dad Poor Dad. She started Rich Dad Poor Dad, and it kind of grew from there.
My life. Like, I thought I was happy, and then all of a sudden I read that book and I was like, oh my God, I've been doing it wrong this whole time, my whole life. Nobody taught me this stuff. That's what started this all in my head. So yeah, educate yourself. Definitely.
Oh, what's up, Andrew? Shout out to Andrew. What's going on, bro? Thanks for watching. I didn't see your comment, but I see you. So all right, and if there's so many things I can say. I can keep going on and on, honestly, but those are pretty much the big ones, really. And if you need any help in any one of these fields, really finding a mentor who can help you would definitely pay huge dividends. Okay. If you know somebody who's done it, we're in the process of doing it, kind of learn from them. Like I said, Bigger Pockets is a great place. YouTube. There are tons of books about these things if you want to like really get very knowledgeable before you're doing it. I know some of you are A students out there. April's an A student. She has to know every single little thing before she does it.
A students are like perfectionists, right? And like if you're an A student, you have the mentality like you don't want to fail, like everything has to be perfect. But I've learned that that hinders us because everything has to be so perfect. We're just stuck on research, 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 and we do all this stuff and we learn all this stuff, but we never implement because one, we're scared to fail. Two, we're scared it's not going to be perfect, and three, it's just I think just fear in itself. You know what I mean? But I forgot where I read this, but it was something how B students will rule the world because if you look at it, most very successful people didn't even
Yeah.
finish college. Some didn't even go to high school, and it's because they fail. It's like, it's okay, I'll just do it again. So Ralph is like what, a BC student? So we're the perfect
All
example
right,
that
hey. I
hey, you get shit done. You
I
get
had
stuff
A's,
done. I don't
B's,
get
and
anything
C's.
done.
I had A, B's, and C's.
That's why I work for you. Like, you know what I mean? Because I'm an A student. And I always had to please my parents, please my teachers, had like everything perfect, grades perfect. And that is such a hindrance. So now that we have kids, I don't like I want them to do good in school, but at the same time, I want them to know that if you don't get all A's, that's okay. Like if you fail, get up and do it again because I didn't have that. If I didn't get an A, like I would get in trouble. My dad was like, "Are you like?" He was rough. He's like, "Are you stupid or something?" Like he would legitimately get upset if I didn't get all A's. So that's that fear that was instilled in me, and we don't want to do that to our kids. We want them to know that you can start something and fail. It's okay. Get up, try something else, or just don't be afraid. Just get started. You know what I mean? So I totally understand why A students won't rule the world. So
Oh yeah, so,
we're employees pretty much.
yeah. B and C students really. Yeah. So I don't.
Yeah.
I'm more of a let's do it. Let's do the dang thing. If we mess up, oh well, fuck. I fucked
And
up.
I'm always the
You know.
one like, see, I told you you messed up. He's like, so what? I still tried it and I still learned from it. That's a big thing. If you fail, I'm starting to learn with Ralph that it's okay because you learned what not to do and that opens so many other doors. So that's
Yeah.
I mean, we've been together 10 years and still every day, like he tries to change my mindset, you know. So it's a cool relationship, I think.
Yeah. Sometimes she kind of I get wild up, so we like, oh, let's go do it, and she's like, whoa, hold
I'm
on.
like, hold up. I tell you, like being with you is exhausting sometimes. It's like, ugh.
What's up, Colton? Love to have you on. So, yeah, see, she says I'm like Peter Griffin because Peter Griffin just does it. Whatever if he has an
The
idea, like
stupidest idea, but he does it.
Like the Peter copter.
We love Family Guy, you guys. Like I could watch Family Guy all day. I've seen every episode like 50 times. I love Family Guy. I reference it all the time. If you know me, you probably get on your nerves because I'm like, oh, remember that time in Family Guy? So, but Peter Griffin, he's so stupid and annoying, but he gets shit done. and if he
I'm
fails,
not.
I'm like, oh well, what's next?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so again, we're gonna recap for you just joining us today. 8 ways to create cash flow for yourself and your family. Get out of the rat race. Be your own boss. You can do any one of these on the side. You can be a full-time parent. You can be have a full-time job. It don't matter. These are ways to create extra cash flow, and you don't have to, change your entire life. All right. Okay. So one, again, it's affiliate marketing. All right. Number one, get my banners up. All right. Number one, affiliate marketing. What is affiliate marketing? Is again, it is going over products. There's different ways to do it. YouTube, Amazon. April does Amazon. Love it.
It's just promoting products. Usually a lot of things that you buy online, if you go to the very bottom of the page, it'll say become an affiliate. You just click on the link, and it could be I bought brownies, a bag of keto brownies that said become an affiliate. So I did that too. So literally anything, just look for it. Yeah, there's the keto brownies. Yeah, it's like, oh, I love this stuff. Here's a picture. Here's my link. You want to buy it? There you go. I get some commission.
That's funny. Number two, be a service broker. This is one of those things you have to, if you have to know somebody to help you out, go ahead and try to find a mentor. That's something I do. So it's something more that I'm getting into this year. So if anybody is watching right now, if you want more business, Like as far as if you do fencing, hit me up. If you do plumbing, hit me up. If you do electrical, hit me up. If you have a trade, hit me up. I will find the clients. I'll set up the appointments. Let's talk shop. I will find a way to make money together, and you get your piece of pie. I get my piece of pie, and we'll all
And
be happy.
then the customer gets the problem fixed, so everybody's good.
And then
Right?
April takes my money. Okay, so number 3, create a master class. All right, if you have a special trade, a skill, or something, people want to know, how did you do that? If let's say you're really good at creating banners on Instagram or Facebook, or creating, all right, you can create a master class how to do it, and it's free, right? Or like Canva, it's cool.
Yeah.
You can use Udemy, personal website, Skillshare to do that. Ebooks, you can do the ebooks. We kind of hit on that. 5, rent out your car. 6, rent out a spare bedroom. 7, rental property. No, sorry, sell images on iStock and Shutterstock. And the last one is rental properties. If you need help with the rental properties, hit me or April up. We can help get you started. And whether you're a seasoned investor, newbie investor, we don't just work with anybody too, guys. So we do have to screen you, and if you want to be a part of that program, because if you're not ready to start now, then there's one of us like helping you out getting started right away. Unless we want to, but we have to help people who are ready to go, right now. All right, but it doesn't mean we're gonna leave you behind. We're gonna still help you out and give you the steps that you need to, get started in the future. So, guys, that is pretty much all the time I got for today. We have to go take care of the kids. They probably made a big mess.
I know. I was hearing some crazy stuff upstairs. I don't know what's going on, but oh god.
I hear it somewhere. And April's got to clean it up. Guys, thanks for watching. Me again every Friday, 4 p.m. day or night, rain or snow. We're gonna be here, guys. We're doing our best. I promise we're doing our best to give you the best knowledge and out there in order to make your life just a little bit easier. Learn from our mistakes. We're gonna have some special guests coming in the future. April, this is your first appearance. Glad to have you on finally, making all those excuses. All right. So, guys, until next time.
Bye. Take care. God bless.